we've talked about this, many times before, but just if there was more of an appreciation for the exotic, the harder to come by, which for weed essentially just means harder to grow. You know what I mean?
Generally, yes.
This shit that was harder to grow, if people really, really respected that and were willing to pay a little bit more for that, then it's like you have a couple things on your menu, this crazy lobster dish that somebody probably never even would have came to your restaurant other than they heard you had this crazy dish. So they went to go check it out. Then they went there one time and they realized it's 5 minutes down the street from work, so they stopped there for lunch one day and they get the turkey sandwich and they go, damn, this place has a pretty good fucking turkey sandwich. It's better than the deli I normally go to. So then they start going there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like if you got that one thing that people appreciate enough to actually draw people in, mm-hmm. then you can be like, oh yeah, we kill it with the bread and butter shit too. You know what I mean?
I think once you have consumption lounges that are like bars, where people are willing to spend $20 on a pre-roll of something that actually is exotic because someone spent a lot of time making sure that thing was like impeccably fresh, or not even a pre-roll, like whatever method someone wants to do it at a club. Like what would be cool is like, let's say you've got a club and you know how a bartender makes your drink, right? Well, you pick the weed out and the guy rolls your joint, just like Zushi did for their booth, which was a great idea. They had the little sushi thing, and you like get weed from them or something like that, and then they'll roll it. Their sushi chefs would roll it up for you. And I think that concept done on a consumer level, like a lounge with good drinks and the whole nine, not you can have alcohol there or not, I don't really care. But I think a lot of people probably wouldn't. It's a weed spot. I think most people wouldn't really be there to drink. They'd be there to go get something really unique, exotic, rolled up. And every table has an exhaust fan like we got right here above it. So the whole place stays clean and the air stays clean. It'd be pretty sick. And I think that once you have that social context of being able to show people that you appreciate being an educated consumer, then you're going to see more people become interested in being one.
Yeah.
Because it's social context, it has a lot of value to most people.
Yeah. And then you get back to like we were talking about, like then there's the perfect place for the super high-end dab where, yeah, I want to be smoking out of the $5,000 mothership. I want the fucking slurper. I want it clean. I want the perfect dab. And I'm going to buy some fucking crazy-ass hash, too.
Exactly.
That I don't have to buy the $150 gram, but I'm going to buy my $15 dab. You're going to give me a 0.1. Some guy's going to get everything perfect for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, if people are going to go into a bar and pay $15 for a fucking, or pay $8 for a fucking Coors Light, I mean, why wouldn't you go pay $15 for the perfect fucking hash hit,
Absolutely, especially if someone comes over, pulls like a fresh rig out of the dishwasher for you, right? Like the commercial dishwasher, comes over, they sterilize the mouthpiece and it's like a brand new slurper nail. It's all white glove service, right? Yeah. And they torch the thing up for you, make sure it's touched the thing, make sure it's, what temperature would you like, sir? 535 degrees? No problem. Right? Hit you up, serve it. They already gave you the hash. You serve it. They give you a fresh dabber stick every time. Right? Every dab you get a fresh stick. They don't wipe it off. No nothing. Right? I mean, you could go. I'd pay I'm paying for the service as much as I am for the experience at that point, and it's all part of the experience. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that's where, going through the trouble of growing something like this, making some 2% yielding hash from it, and serving it up for $15 a rip with the full service package, it becomes worth it as a consumer.
And that I'm picturing this in my head right now. I'm picturing the menu up on the wall. It's got the strains, 12 weeks. That's why it's at the top of the fucking menu. That's why it costs the most. You know what I mean? Oh, these are our hash hits. So there's 6 stars up there. Okay, this is why. This is where it came from. Oh, it was made from the fucking weed that took 13. Oh, it's only, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's only the selective best shit from the shit that took the most effort, time, and energy to grow. This is why. And if you just put it in front of people in simple terms like that, I feel like it makes sense, the intrinsic value, you know what I mean?
100%.
I just think
it's just educating them is the hard part. Like, People have to have money to become educated. Like, the reason I don't know shit about wine is because I don't spend enough money buying good wine to know what the best wine is. So there needs to be some sort of medium that helps with that.
It just sucks because the way that weed is marketed now, it's geared completely away from that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't walk in and see, anything about process, how something was made, flowering time, any real information about the strains. In most dispensaries, you just see name of strain, THC percentage, maybe a photo. In most shops, you can't even smell this shit in California.
I mean, I bet that 98% plus of the shops out there don't even have anything to do with growing weed at all.
No.
They just buy product, and then all you're getting is basically a curated menu from another custody. You're not really being served an experience that you used to get with individual shops. Because not only did most shops have at least their own 10 lighter or 20 lighter, most had way more than that between all their collective growers that they had. And so that they'd kind of curate their whole own menu, and then they would take stuff in from the best growers to supplement it. And there wasn't really a big market for like crappy weed in the medical scene once the medical was really going off, because the crappy weed was all getting sent east.
Yeah.
And if you had really good weed during the medical scene, you'd get paid way more for it. So it's like, shit, if you're going to grow indoor, why am I going to grow $2,000 indoor pounds to sell to the East Coast when I can grow $4,400 pounds to sell right here in town? So there was just more incentive to people to you didn't have access to a lot of lights either. So maximizing your profit was by increasing quality and the price of your product, not increasing the volume you had, because you only had so many amps of power you could get.